In many parts of the world today, there is no constant access to the internet, which means that if you wanted to deploy a survey, the only practical measure available to you is to use paper questionnaires. That means you have to print them out and administer them. The problem with this traditionally has been the issue of the manual data entry that needs to be done after the data collection. So you would have to take the stack of questionnaires and manually enter the records into a computer, which is obviously a lot of inefficiency because there's a lot of time wasted and there's a lot of room for error with that kind of manual process. The Chisquares platform solves this problem by automating that process of data entry for you. So which means that you can administer paper questionnaires without having to do that manual data entry. And here is how it works from the beginning to the very end. Let's say I'm doing a study in, let's say, Nigeria, and I wanted to administer 500 questionnaires to my participants. The first step is I'll have to go online and create the questionnaire on the Chisquares platform. Once I'm done with that step, I can then specify the number of paper copies I want printed. Let's say 500. What the platform then does is it creates 500 unique copies of my questionnaire. Each of those copies is unique for the individual, right? And so there's a barcode at the very top of each individual questionnaire that tells me what that questionnaire is all about, who it belongs to, and what project it belongs to. There are also unique identifiers for each question of the questionnaire so that we can know for sure that these answers belong to this question. So I can then print out those 500 questionnaires, which were created and appended as a single PDF. I can download it and print it out and then administer it to my participants. Once they answer the questionnaires, I can then collect their paper questionnaires. I take pictures of them or scan them and upload them back into the platform. The platform will then recreate the data set from those scanned copies. It uses computer vision to do that. And so at the end of the day, I have this created data set, which I can then proceed to analyze. Now, if my data collection had been a hybrid mode, that is including both web and paper components, the platform will automatically also append the records from the paper with those that were collected online so that I have just one single data set to analyze for that single study. So in this way, the Chisquares platform allows you to be able to achieve both validity as well as just convenience. Validity in the sense that with paper surveys, you know that your study is reaching the intended population, and then convenience, meaning that you don't have to sit down and spend an endless amount of time trying to do manual data entry. So this way, it improves your quality of life while also allowing you to reach your study objectives.